And I'll show you a picture of a guy who is on our ATV unit, our all-terrain vehicle unit, and he's covered with mud. And in his boot, you can see the liquid brown water. And already on his foot, he's getting some kind of weird something happening. I got pictures of guys with chemical burns on their feet. Our boots dissolve. So biologics, which are bad enough, but won't dissolve your boots. And as far as biologic goes, we have seen testing results where I think it's 200 parts per liter is bad over that, where one time it was 65 million parts per liter. San Diego Department of Environmental Health has said a couple times where they tested, they said, that is literally like testing the bottom of a porta toilet. I got contaminated and you know, I had a huge rash and I had to go to the hospital and take 2 types of prescriptions, oral and topical. So it's been happening forever, but it's getting worse over the last year. And so we finally pushed our guys with help from my local management, my station management. Kathy Scudder's been fantastic, is telling the guys, look, if you're contaminated, if you have chemical burns or rashes or you've been ill, report it. We'd like you to follow up with the doctor and all that, but if you don't, okay, but at least report it and document it, pictures and stuff like that. So when they started doing that, we really started pushing that in April of 2017. Now, we were getting a downturn in reporting because guys were getting turned down by Department of Labor. So they're like, why bother reporting it? And again, we're pushing documented. You absolutely, you went into that, you come out and you have a rash on your feet or your chemical burns, report it. But how do I know that my guy retires and at 63 he dies? How do I know that's not from an accumulation of different things that he's ingested over the years and the heavy metals? DDT is not banned down there. We know DDT is coming through. A local news source had, the guy's name is Mark Angelo. He came out and we had him down here. And he does stuff for National Geographic. He's done several specials with them on polluted rivers around the world. And he's internationally known. He's a respected researcher. He looked at this and he said, this is one of the most polluted rivers I've seen in the world. This guy's been to the Yangtze. He's been to all over the place. This is one of the most polluted rivers he's ever seen. He was both in Mexico and over here to see it. I took him out. So when an internationally acclaimed river researcher says this is one of the most polluted rivers in the world, I'm going to take his word for it. And his exact word is, this is a toxic brew. DDT, solvents, heavy metals, all that kind of stuff you're ingesting. And we ingest it through multiple ways. One, you're going to see times there's dust. We're breathing the dust in. It's landing on us. We go into it physically, or if you're in it and we catch you, I'm searching you, it's getting on me. But we eat it, because we eat out here. We don't go out to restaurants. You're out here for about 9 hours at a time. You eat out here. And if you spend a full day with me, at the end of the day, you'll have a grit in your mouth. So you're eating it. So you have all these... and you're inhaling it. We had a supervisory agent who had to go to the hospital. He was documenting a flow, and I'll show you where. And from the hydrogen sulfide and the methane, he actually had burns in the back of his lungs, back of his throat and his lungs. And then, in fact, I'm taking it back to my family because when I'm covered in mud and dirt, I go home and I throw my stuff in the washer and dryer. I don't have a separate washer machine and dryer to do just my uniforms. So what am I bringing home to my family, and especially young kids? It's not those immediate effects, which are bad enough. But what is truly happening to my guys 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years down the road if they've had a career? My whole career has been here. I mean, I've worked on details around the country, but my career has been a field agent in this.